Welcome back to Get Better, Not Bitter. My name is Carmen Caruso. Thank you for joining me today. I would like to talk to you today about anger. We all feel anger sometime or another in our lives. And I'd like to just go over a few things that are helpful to coping with those angry feelings. Productive ways of coping with anger. Anger is an umbrella emotion, so there's a lot of stuff underneath. There's hurt, there's frustration, anxiety, just to name a few. Number one I would like to talk about is cleaning. I like to clean when I get angry. It helps me to detach from the situation, and it helps me to, just to do something that you don't have to really think about. When you clean, you just clean, vacuum, do the laundry, fold it, put it away. It can be a way to sort out what's going on in here and in here. And cleaning, and you end up with a clean house or whatever you're doing. Maybe there's a backroom project and in your storage and you want to go through old pictures and sort them out. Whatever. Just find that thing that you need to do and get to it, clean it. And it's like a couple of hours, an hour of just free, mindless work that helps you to detach from what is angering you. Another thing that I like to do is to exercise. Back in my running days, when I was really big into running, when I was hurt, especially when I was angry, I just throw on my earbuds and put on my running shoes and head out the door, and 2, 3, 4 miles, whatever I needed to do. Later, I felt a million times better. It's like I had the opportunity to run away from the anger, so to speak, kind of get that negative energy off of you. Get away from it. It can give you time to think, to get some space. Maybe you had a fight with your husband or the kids are just crazy and you're just pissed. And you're like, I have got to get out of here. And so you go, you run, and it just gives you that space away. And then you're left with the endorphins that you get from exercise. Maybe you want to go lift weights. Go lift your weights. Let them have it. That is just probably one of the healthiest, most effective ways of coping with that, with the anger from whatever it is that is making you mad. Another thing to do is to work on a project. Do you like to do puzzles? Do you like to do words with friends on your phone? Maybe you got a handful of games going. You can work on that. Again, and the point is to get some space, to detach for just a little while, because if you stay engaged, it oftentimes can escalate into something worse. You say or you do something, you get impulsive, and taking those moments away, maybe it's an hour, maybe it's just 10 minutes, whatever it is that you need to do, but stopping yourself, getting that space, and creating an area, a place of peace where you can think and you can calm yourself down and say, okay, how am I going to navigate this? What do I need to do next? And I understand that sometimes you don't have the opportunity to get away, but that's a whole nother ballgame, and we can totally address that later. But if you do have the opportunity, just go. Say, I gotta leave. I'm gonna go work on whatever, crossword puzzle. I'm gonna go back to those pictures and sort them out and put them in your scrapbook, whatever it is. You say, hey, I have a cleaning project. I'm going to go do that. And then off you go. But just taking your time and getting that space to gain clarity can work wonders. Another thing to do is to make a grateful list. 10 things I'm grateful for. Maybe you can't write them down, but you can think about them in your head because you know what you're grateful for. And just write down, I'm grateful for the sun that's shining, or I'm grateful that it rained because the grass was looking brown. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for wonderful friends who will listen to me. And you can also utilize that. Sometimes you just need to vent. Call your bestie up, or just somebody who will listen and say, this happened to me today and I'm really upset about it and I just need to get it out. And then get it out. Another thing, number 5, would be to listen to music. Music is therapy. I love to listen to my music. I actually had something really unpleasant happen recently. And I actually went and I cleaned, I put my earbuds in. I actually used both of those, and just got my mind off of it. It actually helped me to think about what my next move was going to be and how I was going to deal with the situation. And while I can't control all of the situation, I can most certainly control myself. And that's what a lot of these things help you do, is to control you and what you're going to say and do next. You can think about your responses. And for me, when I can get into my music and listen to it, I do. And, whatever it is, if you're into country, listen to country. You want to listen to angry music, listen to angry music. It's kind of like they're relating to you without even knowing you. You hear a song that just strikes a chord with you, and you're like, yes, it's like what I'm feeling. And it can help you get to a better place so you can cope with it when you're faced with the people or the situation. Another bonus tip, I love this, I really, really do. I've done it myself. I have friends who do this. I've actually recommended it for my son when he would get angry, is to get a pillow and scream into it, or punch it. Just let it have it. Visualize that person, place, thing, situation, whatever it is, and just punch it. And you can, if you really want to and you don't care about the pillow, and you can set it on the floor and just stab it with a butter knife. Whatever, I don't advocate any sort of violence, but the pillow is an inanimate object and I'm pretty sure it can handle it. So screaming, punching, stab it if you need to. Another thing that I have actually done myself was just to throw a tantrum. I'm of course by myself when I do this. I would not do this in front of other people, but you're in a really vulnerable state and you're angry, and sometimes being an adult is hard and you need to throw a tantrum. So then throw it. There's no shame in it. Just let it out. Get it out. And you're not taking it out on those that you care about. You're not saying or doing something that you will absolutely regret later. Because sometimes when we're angry, we do things that we will regret. And I know in the past, I have done those things. I can honestly say, at one point in my life, I felt like I was an erupting volcano on the inside. I did not have, or rather I should say, I was not taught positive coping skills for my temper, for my anger. So when I wasn't heard, and what I had to say was not valued, and things had accumulated and I had stuffed them down and I had kept them in there and I just wasn't dealing with them. I could feel myself being so angry. It was like hot lava was coursing through my veins. And that is just never a good thing. And using these tips has been it has been life-changing. And it doesn't even sound like they're a big deal, but they're the little things that really matter. All you have to do is catch yourself and say, I know me. I know I need to do something else. If you're struggling with your anger, catch yourself. You know your cycles. You know how you go. Catch yourself and choose to do something different, because that's how you're going to get a different result. And I promise you that it will take some practice, like anything does. Take some practice, but it will result in more positive outcomes. You won't be saying or doing the things that will end up hurting those relationships that you don't want to hurt. So I hope that these tips have helped you. I know that they have helped me, and which is why I want to pass them on to you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I thank you for joining me. If this video has helped you, please click the like button. If you have any comments, I'd love to hear them. And if you would, please click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the bell button for future notifications for future videos. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and night. And remember, you can get better, not bitter, and thrive. I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.